and welcome to Godly Geeks Studios. I'm AB, and this is Ryan. And,
Hello.
And this is our friend Michael.
Hi.
He'll be joining us for this lovely little movie review.
Yes. So, on this episode of our movie review,
We're gonna be continuing the Star Wars thing.
So we're doing episode 2.
Attack of the Clones.
Yes.
Going in chronological order of all the movies. We know it's been forever since we did the first one, but life happened.
Yeah,
so.
College, hand surgery.
Yeah.
All those things.
A lot of different things that just kept us from doing this. So.
But here it is.
Well, here we are. We're here. We're not dead.
We did not die. Sir.
So the story of this film mostly just revolves around someone is trying to assassinate Amidala, who has now become a senator, no longer Queen of Naboo. She's now a senator. And now someone's trying to assassinate her, and it's been left up to the duty of a young Anakin Skywalker to protect her, while Obi-Wan goes to investigate the assassin and find out who's trying to assassinate her. And all the while, Anakin's protecting Padme. They seem to slowly fall in love and that sort of thing. And Obi-Wan discovers there's a clone army that's been made for the Jedi by Count Dooku, and it all comes together for a big battle at the end.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. I mean, there's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
Walking.
More walking.
And more walking.
Oh, and maybe occasional running.
Oh, don't forget that walking part.
Oh yeah, the walk. Oh, and the falling.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite part was, though?
The walking?
The walking.
Yeah, the walking.
It's so visionary.
It's like, wow, the walking was great.
We needed a shot of them walking to a building from every possible angle.
There was a lot of that.
Yes. So yes, the main problem with this film, like the last one, it's boring.
It really kind of is, honestly. So just because, I mean, the last 30 minutes was the most action-packed the movie was.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I'd zoned out so much throughout the movie, I didn't even care anymore. I just wanted the movie to end. I was like, oh my gosh, just
very similar to Phantom Menace.
The only downfall to this one,
it's unlike Phantom Menace.
Unlike that, it did not have an awesome, fight scene.
It didn't really have anything big or memorable aside from
the Anakin losing his arm.
Well, I mean, aside from maybe the clone showing up.
The clones was kind of cool.
Because, like, at least Phantom Menace had the fight with Darth Maul.
Yeah.
But this...
it was just there.
Yeah.
It's just kind of there. There's moments you can recall, but for the most part, it just kind of exists.
Yeah.
I mean, but so much happened to Anakin in this movie. I mean...
so much happens to Anakin. So much setup.
He fell in that field. His mom died. He loses his hand. I'm just thinking, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
But yeah, a lot actually does happen to Anakin. Like, you get to understand more of his mindset and the emotions he's going through, and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. Only problem, George Lucas is a terrible director and makes Hayden Christensen act like a freaking robot.
Exactly.
Every single person was
every single delivery.
Oh my
it's
God.
like
it
this.
was like Natalie Portman was Kristen Stewart before Kristen Stewart was a thing. Okay, that's just how she had the same face in almost every scene. You know, I was
like
just
Anakin gets trampled by the thing. She goes, "Annie, are you okay?"
That's literally it.
Just a little more emotion in there, please.
There's no emotion.
Like
even in the romance scenes.
Oh, let's not talk about the romance scenes.
I'm just saying.
Anakin is such a
he's so creepy.
He's such a creeper.
And he's like, I've always loved you. Just the moment we met. And I'm like, oh my gosh, sir, you were like, what, 9?
Like, I think you said it best. George Lucas is good at a lot of things. Love scenes, he's not.
He's not. It's not realistic at all. If me and you would have said some of the things that he said,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we'd either be in jail or have restraining orders against us.
It was
from him just saying.
Yeah.
It was just.
She walks away. He goes.
I don't like it when you look at me like that. Oh.
I'm gonna look at you that way anyway. I'm just like, sir,
it's like, stop. I feel uncomfortable, and I'm a guy.
Yes.
Oh.
The only good part of that, the romance, was the pear scene where they're passing it back and forth. But I kind of wanted him just to go like, tuck him in the head with it a little bit.
Yeet the pear into her.
He can do it.
Hey, Padme, I learned a new trick. Yeet.
That would have been funny.
And she probably would have been like, "Oh, that's so amazing."
Just like that. No more emotion.
Exactly.
She would have been extremely angry, and she would have just been like, "Oh my gosh, you've hurt my feelings."
The villain of the movie didn't really have anything.
He didn't even show up really till the last 30
Count
minutes
Dooku.
of the movie.
And I'm
Count
sorry.
Dooku,
Who was it? Christopher Lee?
Christopher Lee.
He's a great actor.
The
really
late,
is.
the late great Christopher Lee. Rest in
but-
peace.
Dooku is not a character that I'm like, yeah, you're the guy that I look to be like the big bad, or you're the one
Right.
who's gonna. No, he's. No.
Which is strange because, like, when I was younger, I remember him having a lot more of a presence and being more of a threat. Now
Yeah.
he's just here. He's just there.
It's like the older you get, the more you actually like pay attention to the movie. Because like I remember the first time I watched it, I was young, and so like I liked it because there was like these cool moments for a little kid, and I didn't see the rest of the plot line because I probably zoned out for half the movie anyway. But as an adult, I'm sitting here going, oh my gosh, why is this movie 2 hours long? Why is there so much walking?
I mean,
Why is this scene here? Why is this romance scene like this? Like, what the frick is happening? And it was just, there were so many what the heck moments in that movie that, unfortunately, I have to say is almost worse than Phantom Menace.
It's very debatable.
It is very debatable. I don't like, I
Because at
feel
least-
the acting in Phantom Menace was better than the acting in this one, and that's what just throws me off. Like, you can have a great plot, but if your acting sucks, it's gonna suck. And it wasn't...
Writing also is going to hurt it too, and the writing is just...
The writing was bad. And I'm not saying the actors themselves are bad, I'm just saying that the way
because the actors themselves
Yes.
are very good. They've
Yeah.
gone on to be in other
Yes.
movies and
I
be
mean,
great.
But it's the
phenomenal
way
actors.
that they're
It's just
directed,
how-
and it's the screenplay. I mean, it's... So many times we want to say, well, that actor was bad, and it was so much more than that. Like, the director didn't, like, George Lucas didn't direct them, like, the correct way, and the screen itself was just bad, like...
That's like with Jake Wood in the first one. I mean, it wasn't really his fault. He got bullied later on for that.
Yeah.
Bullied his
Hated
whole
it.
life.
Yeah.
More or less got ruined by
Yeah.
the...
So,
by-
but it wasn't
yeah,
really him. It was George Lucas not being able to
pretty
Yeah.
much.
write
It was just,
or direct.
you know, it was an okay movie. It really was.
But would not recommend watching it again.
It killed the
I
nostalgia for
honestly,
me.
I don't
Really
want
did.
to watch it again. I will,
I
but I
like
kids.
the fact that I watched it again just to say, okay, I'll watch it one last time just for the proper Skywalker story. Even though I don't remember really anything that happened in the movie.
Now we didn't talk about the CGI though.
Oh my god.
Oh, the CGI.
Yeah.
It did not age well. Okay?
The CG in this movie did not age well.
It was it was like, you see Yoda was standing beside
Yoda.
another character, and you're like, so one of these things is not like the other.
Like, I remember just years ago, just Yoda looking the best out of all these movies, and then just the first scene Yoda's in, I'm just like, Yoda did not age well at all. CG Yoda did not age well.
And I think it's because...
Because, like, at least the first film had the advantage of
Yeah.
him being a puppet, and then they CG'd him later.
Yeah.
But this one, ugh.
I think the worst thing for us, too, is, you know, that was, like, the real, like, early stages of CGI, in a way. I mean, they were just starting to get to the good parts of CGI, and now we're in CGI where it's like Avengers and
Yeah,
Endgame,
where you
and
have
it's like...
Thanos, where you see his pores.
And you're like, what is that? That's CGI? No, that's real. No, that's a computer-generated image. And
See, I think the problem is that George Lucas wanted to have these big, vast worlds that were CGI'd. Only problem is he didn't realize CGI wasn't quite up to the level that would meet his standards.
no, it's like, okay, so if you compare the CGI from these movies to the CGI in Episode 7 or even 8, it's totally different. And it's far better in the way that their worlds look and the way that characters look in those movies than this. And it's just because technology, you know, grew and it got better. So
But to be fair, like, the environments still look very good.
the environment.
The environments and the world. It's
Yeah,
just,
I mean-
when you have a creature that's supposed to be in the room,
There was one-
and you can clearly tell he's not there.
There was one creature that had his face that was like squished. It was like really tall. I kind of looked like he had been squished by a tire. And it was just, I was like, oh,
we were just with that, just went, oh.
that's not supposed to be there. That's awkward.
Well, it kind of.
For someone that's never seen Star Wars, I do say that, you know, these are movies that you need to see at least once. Just because you get the whole story. And you also get to suffer like the rest of us did.
Yes.
But I would not start with episode 1 or 2. I would start with episode 4. Just because it's going to get you in and it's just a classic. Episode
Yes.
4, 5, and 6 are just beautiful masterpieces.
Yeah,
I'm just
truly.
going to be real.
Even,
And 1, 2, and 3, even though they're there, and they don't hold up to some of the others. The storyline for Anakin is kind of important. Like, I wish that there wasn't so much in it. I wish it was more of just a storyline of how Anakin became Darth Vader. If you didn't know that, I'm so sorry. Spoiler.
Spoilers for a movie that's like, 30 years old?
Right. But it's just, they put so much extra in it that I feel like they drowned out what they really was trying to do, which was to tell the story before and the leading it up, but they thought they had to add in all this extra stuff.
Well, I think like the problem is that George Lucas was so focused on making sure everything lined up with the original series that he forgot to focus on making the movie itself good.
Yeah, but I don't think you have to add in all this stuff to make sure the movie lines up if you didn't put it in there at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't... Some things... I mean, there's some things that just aren't explained. I mean, hello, like, an Avatar. The movie. Like, the Blue People movie. Not the Little Ass Airbender, but the movie Avatar.
Very important distinction.
There is. Big difference, guys. So, I watched that movie, and I really don't remember a lot of, like, them explaining a lot of stuff. But it was a good movie because there was a lot of action. And they left questions, for us to do. And a lot of movies do that. They don't answer every question. Because sometimes the questions don't need to be answered in that movie.
Sometimes it's meant to be left up to interpretation. But anywho, yeah, the movie was pretty boring, pretty dull. Wouldn't recommend.
It didn't hold up to my nostalgia. I mean, that was the first Star Wars movie I ever saw, and I used to run around, playing, that movie over and over again and acting it out, and it just, watching this time, I was ashamed to be a Star Wars fan for the first time in my life.
I'm never ashamed to be a Star Wars fan.
Just because I like that one movie. I love Star Wars, but that one movie, I'm like, this is the one I was into. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. At least now everything is looking uphill.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. I mean, we've got some good ones coming. We've got 4, 5, and 6 to look forward to.
We've also got some possibly bad ones. We don't know. We haven't seen Solo.
Rogue One's a great one.
Rogue One is good.
Awesome.
Rogue One's pretty solid. But, I don't know. We'll see where it goes anyway.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you rate it?
I'm not rating it on 1 to 10. That system is bugged for me.
It's a sad reality.
I'm just gonna rate it at...
Just a meh?
Yeah, a meh.
A meh.
Yeah, meh, bleh.
So it's a meh?
It's a bleh.
Oh, it's a blah!
It's a bleh.
Okay.
Anywho, thank you all so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, you can feel free to leave a like down below, and feel free to comment, giving a suggestion of something else we should take a look at. Whether it be a movie, a game, or something else out there. Who knows? Yes.
Who knows?
Yes.
So I really have no idea. We don't either. It's fine.
We're just figuring this out as we go along.
Having fun.
Yes. Also, you can check out my channel, Ryan a Maniac. The link for that will be in the description below. Or you can also subscribe to this channel, just to see what other wacky antics we get up to.
Yeah. We get up to a lot of crazy things, don't we?
We haven't quite displayed the amount of weirdness we get to on this channel, but trust me, it's coming.
It's coming, and I don't think anybody's ready for it.
None of them are ready for it.
I don't even think you're ready for it. Anywho, have a great, fantastical day.
And we will see you all in the next video.
Peace out.
Bye.
Would you like any death sticks?
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
Works every time.